Well, here we go again. Jungle training. Back to Belize. You better Belize it. But before we go into that, short promo. YouTube channel, which is doing really well. It's on its way to 10,000 subscribers. So if you feel you'd like to subscribe, any like-minded people would like to subscribe, it's free. Just go to Rusty Firmin SAS TV. My website, www.rusty-firmin.org/shop. On there is my wares, and of course have a look around the website. The fact is that the books, I'll show you quickly. Go, go, go. That is on the website, and it is a definitive story of the Iranian embassy siege. So much so that Netflix have it now as a film, of which Jamie Bell played Rusty Firmin in that film. And again, it's doing quite well. So it's nice to think after 37 years, the film came out, 2017. Just had the 40th anniversary of the siege, and I've done lots of stuff, TV, newspaper articles, the whole lot. Just Google Rusty Firmin. You'll see what comes up. That is available in Audible. This is my life up until I left the regiment in 1992. The regiment, 15 years in the SAS. That is where we're going next. The Audible book is being dealt with as I speak, for those who like those type of things, but it shall be out in the not too distant future, I hope. This is the amazing print, great for an office, great for the toilet, depending on your wife. It doesn't actually matter. That, again, is on my website. And if you're really good, she might buy it for you. However, there are some guys who might want to buy it for the wives. There might be some who don't want to buy it for the wives, but it's there. So it's an ongoing, everything's ongoing. The lockdown is a lockdown. Hopefully I keep you intrigued and happy and tell you the stories as a storyteller. But that's it. Now let's get on back to the jungle. If you remember, we did the last bit and we finished with all the nasties that attack you and want to eat you. Actually, there was some fun in it, but when they bite, they bite. And you have to accept it. It's voluntary. I volunteered to join the SAS. I wasn't made to join the SAS. So, at all times, carried a loaded weapon, an Armalite. Everybody did. Let's be honest, you don't want something sneaking up here in the night. Raining, thunder and lightning, you won't hear them. Especially if it's an animal. Very cunning. So, a loaded weapon and made ready is a must, because you only get one chance. Nobody moves in the jungle at night after last light. Nobody. Baddies, goodies, and I can't remember animals. Food for thought. So just bear that in mind as well. So we've recapped on that. Let's just talk about the kit and equipment. Well, actually, when I went for selection in '77, that's when I did this jungle phase, having passed the first 4 weeks. The DPM stuff that you stood up in actually was for all theatres. We had it in the jungle. I wore the same in the Falkland Islands conflict. Look there, my 2 badges of the Falkland Islands. In the jungle, don't ever fight the jungle. Go with it. If you get snagged up, you slowly pull them off and try to get back to a normal walking pattern. Let's be honest, these things, quite long thorns. You try to pull your way through it and fight it, your history, within minutes, you got blood coming out everywhere because you can't beat them. And they're called wait-a-whiles. But we're looking at moving 500 meters tactically a day, maybe more, depending. This is training. So it's a learning curve for all of us, me included. I'm no different. I love learning. And then I loved passing on what I learned to others years down the line. And at the moment, we're still here. And I'm now passing it on to you guys and girls. That's how it worked. So don't ever fight the jungle. The instructors, the SAS instructors, are watching you every minute of the day. Okay? They're watching, they're making notes. Are you going to be suitable to join a squadron? They've done all the training in the past. They know what it's about. They know what to expect, and they know what to expect from you, i.e. me. If it was easy, everybody would do it. It ain't easy. Never was easy. But listen to what you're being taught, apply it, move on, and hopefully get to the next phase. That's exactly what I did. However, when you're taught little bits of tracking experience, how to track in the jungle, it's an art. Okay? You can't pass it in a day. It's an art. Some people take to it easier than others, but trust me, tracking, trying to find out who's been there, who's done what ground sign have they left, is an art. Jungle navigation, for some, proved disastrous. Map, compass, A to B. In the jungle, it's not like being out in the middle of Dartmoor where you can see miles ahead of yourself. Oh, there's a tour. I know that one. I know that. In the jungle, you can't see anything. What you see is the tree in front of you, the tree behind that. What you have to do is try to get from A to B with known points. We call them pimples. They are little pimples in the jungle where you realise you've gone uphill, you stop, and then you go to the next one, and then to the next one. Or you follow the water streams, A to B. Sometimes they disappear into the distance and new ones are formed which are not on the map. You have to make a choice. You're a leader. With being a leader, there becomes problems because whatever you do, you're expecting the others to follow. However, don't forget when I mentioned Chinese parliaments, it's sometimes handy to stop. Right, guys, this is where I think we are. Everybody looks at the map, apart from the ones who are covering your back. Do you agree, or do you have a stand-up fight on the spot? But it works. It's very, very difficult navigating in the jungle. You don't have any signs. The jungle changes. Water gets higher, rivers disappear into different areas, and you're going back on some maps which go back quite a long way in time. But you're still expected to get from A to B. Some people do it the hard way, some people do it the easy way. Some people fail. But not a problem. You can't drink the water out of the streams. You can, within reason, if you put Puritabs, as we call them, purifying tablets. They will put them into your water bottle, fill your water bottle up, I think it was 2 in my day, put 2 tablets in there, leave it for a little while, reasonably fit to drink. Without them, you might catch a serious something. So you need to be self-disciplined to make sure nobody's going to tell you to take them. You have to do it in the heat of the day when you need to drink. Fact. I did it. Sillier. But it's just one of those things. You have to discipline yourself to do that. Don't take the shortcut and just drink the water. You'll pay a penalty. Shaving. It's not advised to shave in the jungle. One, it smells. And of course, the EBGBs love the smell. So, without cutting it too fine, shower didn't exist. Jump in the water, sometimes. Rain, perfect. However, shaving, never did it. Beards out here, depending how long you were there, helps to keep the mosquitoes and stuff off your face. But actually, that's what it was designed to do. So, you didn't need to carry a shaving kit. Great. Training, my favourite. Used to go out to do the shooting, CQB type shooting in the jungle lanes, as we call them. They're lanes that are set up by instructors who know what they're doing. And you walk, do a patrol. Every now and then a target in the distance, a middle distance, a close distance would appear. And they're pull-up targets. As they pulled up, you'd engage them as if it was reality. Your reaction time is absolutely crucial. Again, you're being watched to see if you are good enough to pass that. Quite a number of us did. But for me, I absolutely loved that type of thing in the jungle. Shooting, destroying stuff. That was me, and that's what I wanted to do. Of course, we do ambush drills. What happens if you're ambushed in the jungle? Now, there are certain things I can tell you and certain things I can't tell you. But also, anti-ambush drills. What happens if you are ambushed yourself? how do you go about fighting out of that ambush and getting away to prearranged rendezvous points. Very interesting. I was artillery, I never come across this. All of a sudden, I'm being taught something I didn't know. Again, but willing to learn. SOPs, standing operational procedures. I'm not going to go through them in detail. One, I can't remember them. But two, this is what happens. And a number of people who have been absolutely booted out of the SAS because they didn't follow SOPs, standard operational procedures. They are from the mavericks before us, the guys who've done it, the guys who've written reports. These are not just picked out the air. They're not, I love that. This is a learning curve from them, passed down to the likes of me, Mr. L-Plate learner. So, yet again, that's the way it is. And then when you've done all of that over the 4 weeks, you then come down to your final exercise, if you're still part of it, which I was. 4-man patrol, still the same 4-man patrol. 1 Marine, rusty artillery, 1 Remy guy, and a Scots Guards captain. That was the patrol. So off we went. The mission really was to go and do a CTR on an enemy camp with a plan to attack it afterwards. And of course, there's nobody there, but we can't lose that. But it's everything that goes into it as you would do it professionally if you had to. I got stung by hornets for, well, at least 3, probably 4. Wow. Once I got stung, I tried to get into the water to get rid of them, which is my first thought. Lost my watch on the bank on the way down. It's all in my book, The Regiment, 15 years in the SAS. It's all on there. And of course, that wasn't the only thing. When I came back up and the lads had dispersed and then came back, not far, but they saw something was wrong. Not everybody could jump into water at the same time because I was first in there. However, my instructor, great guy, he came over, I told him what had happened. I could see that because it was marks. Nobody else got stung. However, my watch is down there. Anyway, George went in. He found the watch eventually. But once I'd been stung and got back out, it was time for the antihistamine up the bottom. That was okay. Leant against a tree, trousers down, done. As I turned round, he stopped me dead and said, "You've got something on your neck." I've still got the marks. I said, "What is it?" He said, "I don't know." He said, "But it's all pus and stuff." Well, actually, when I'd taken my green scarf off around my neck, you could see there's a couple of marks there. The botflies that lay eggs inside you, and then they grow out of you. Seem to think that's what it was. Well, do I take them out of you now and slash it and deal with it, or do you want to wait? My answer was, let's get rid of them. Scalpel, squirt, pus everywhere. Hopefully that's it gone in 2 places. And then after that, it was antibiotics. So and I'm on the final exercise. Just one of those things. I carried on, and you can bet your life I was thinking, fuck, I wonder if I've failed. I wonder, I don't know. My mind was all this way, and then you get stung and bitten. However, it wasn't. We finished the exercise. Of course, after the exercise, it was helicopters back to the main base, which is where all our stuff was based, and then back to airport camp. And once we were back in airport camp, it was really pretty much about a debrief, what happened, what's gone on. Nobody knew who'd passed and failed at this stage. The instructors have their own internal debrief, which we have nothing, we can't put any input into that. They are deciding your fate. However, lucky enough, I was told that I got through and passed. There's quite a number, including our officer, had failed for different reasons, and some threw their hat in. It wasn't for them. Better to have tried and failed than never to have tried at all. That's my saying. They had a go. It isn't for everybody. So it was Puffo, P-U-F-O, pack up and fuck off. And that's what we did. Packed our kit up, got everything ready to disappear. I think it was the following day or the day after. I can't remember if we had a day in camp and then we left the next day. Remember, it's a long time ago. It was 1977. However, I was only interested in one thing. I'd passed. I wanted a fucking steak, and I wanted a beer, and I wanted it now. So we all went out and had a shed full in the mess. Absolutely brilliant. Great food for the first time. We had proper food in the best part of a month. Still taking your tablets, still using water purification. However, the pass was what I wanted. The rest didn't matter. Next day, airport camp, VC10, gone. Back to the UK, back to Hereford. There I was, along with the others, still with the chance of getting the badge and the beige beret. That's what it was all about. So, I'll be back. Thanks for watching. Who dares wins.